Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Guy again. Up here today with part 9 of the DVD and Blu Ray collection. Um, I just thought I'd show the two things that have turned up, but they're part of the collection anyway. First up with the Elvis, the Austin Butler, Tom Hanks, Baz Luhrmann Elvis film on 4K. I got a good deal on this for $12.99, brand new, sealed from Amazon. It does have some special features. I've not actually seen any sort of biopic style movie, you know, based on a celebrity's life and stuff. I do enjoy Elvis's music, of course, the king of rock and roll, an all-time legend. And I remember seeing the trailer for this and thinking, you know what, this looks pretty good. So I've heard good things about it. Some people say it's, you know, quite formulaic, but other people said it was a really good one. I believe Austin Butler got some awards for it or something along those lines. You know, 5-star movie, 4-star movie. I don't know, you know, I'll watch it myself and check it out. Of course, it's going to look pretty good on 4K, obviously. 159 minutes, so a pretty long film. You know, I'd probably have to set aside a day to watch this one, but I'm happy to have it nonetheless. And then it turned up today out of the blue, the Dragon Ball Kai DVD collection. Now this is actually a Malaysian version of it. I'm hoping it works. It should work on my DVD player. It is region free, so it should work. I might have to double check to make sure it definitely works. But yeah, so this essentially was a reboot or remake of Dragon Ball Z that cut it down to 167 episodes. So basically cut out about half of the episodes. Obviously they updated it, made it look nicer, cleaned it up a little bit. I remember watching a few episodes of it a long time ago. But this is an interesting sort of, I don't have any, you know, import DVDs outside of the US. So this is my first sort of Malaysian one. Obviously it's got Malaysian text on there, it's got English text, and it's got Japanese or Chinese text, should I say. But it says on here it has Japanese, it says can, which I can only assume is Canadian, but and then it has English version, and it says Chinese version, and then it says Japanese and English version. So it does say Chinese, English, Malaysian subtitles. So hopefully, you know, it's fully playable in English. It's designed like this is what it comes like. So it's done like the Japanese style, where the cover is left to right to left. Yeah, obviously, and this is how it came, like this, with the disc sort of you know, held in like that. It's not the greatest design I've ever seen, but to be honest, as long as the discs work and, you know, it plays, I'm happy to have it. I wanted it for the collection purposes as well, so I can have every single Dragon Ball, you know, and have the marathon. I have actually watched 7 episodes of the original Dragon Ball, so I do need to carry on with it at some point. So there we go, guys. That's those two. But I am happy with this. I got it for a good price. I thought it was a decent price. I might quickly pop a disc in the DVD player before I go downstairs, just to make sure it definitely plays. So yeah. And now on to the rest of the DVDs and the Blu-rays from shelf number 5. First up we have Black Hawk Down, 2-disc special edition. Another war film, another one of lots of awards. American Sniper, based on the novel. I've not read the book or seen the film. A lot of war films here today, guys. Three Kings, George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, Ice Cube. Another war film that got a lot of good attention. And this is part of the Essential War Collection series that Warner Brothers did. There was also I did get like there was Full Metal Jacket as well that come like this, and there was a few others. Then we got All Quiet on the Western Front. This is the 1979 version, of course based on the classic book and movie from Carlton. Black Gold. Looks like it's something to do with like no man's land and stuff like that. I think it's set in World War One. By the looks of it, I'm getting like some Lawrence of Arabia vibes, that sort of desert campaign. Grey Wolf, The Escape of Adolf Hitler. This looks like a really interesting version thing. It's basically like a what may have happened to Hitler kind of thing. That kind of intriguing to me, because I personally don't think, you know, they never found the body, and you know, some people said he went out and, like many Nazis did, went out and lived their lives in Buenos Aires. The Real Story of 1917, based on the 1917 First World War. 3:10 to Yuma, which is technically a remake, but this is a really good film. I enjoyed it. Russell Crowe, Christian Bale. It's basically about he has to make sure this prisoner gets to a train on time, and obviously all these bounty hunters and lawmen are trying to come after him. It's a really good film. I really enjoyed this one. It's a long film. If I remember correctly, it was like I can't remember how long this was. It was a long film. It was about nearly 2 hours long. 118 minutes. So yeah, just under 2 hours. But it was a great film. Let me know your favourite Western. Another really good Western, I mentioned it in my last video, was Brimstone. Not your typical action Western, more of an actual sort of drama, dark drama, sort of showing off the dark side of that. I don't know if it's set during that sort of colonial Western periods, 1800s. High Plains Drifter, another Clint Eastwood film. Let me know your favourite Clint Eastwood film. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, an all-time classic. And then we've got a James Cagney, Blood in the Sun, and two John Wayne films, Lawless Frontier and Lawless Range. Just some short films from 1935, 38 and 45. Let me know your favourite classic film. Django Unchained. I've not seen this film. I've heard this is really good though. Another sort of modernised Western type movie, but I've heard good things about it. Monster Brawl. This just looks so awesome. It's basically like classic monsters like Cyclopses and werewolves and Frankenstein, but with wrestling. And it does actually include some little art cards or power cards, if you will, which is really cool. I've not seen this yet, but it just looks like it's going to be a crazy movie nonetheless. Then we have Prisoners of Auschwitz, another drama based on the Auschwitz death camps, of course one of the biggest tragedies in history. Dunkirk, this is the 1958 version of Dunkirk movie. Then we got Invincible, based on tanks from 1942, lots of World War II stuff going on here. Saints and Soldiers, I think this is sort of set during the Belgian forest, Ardennes forest, obviously during the snow, so if you're a fan of snowy settings, this probably got some snow there. The Pianist, a very powerful movie. I remember watching this in school, and it always stuck with me. Obviously it's about a pianist, a Jewish pianist, obviously going through the Polish invasion and obviously having to survive, and obviously there's this German officer or soldier who basically like befriends him and stuff like that, and tries to help him escape. Das Boot, the director's cut. This is a long movie. This is like nearly 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's a crazy long movie. It's of course based on the U-boats sort of thing. It's a classic movie, but more than what I would sit and watch a movie for. But hey ho, Battle of Britain, just tons of people in here. Michael Caine's in this one based on the Battle for Britain. Free State of Jones. This looks like a sort of another sort of, I'm not sure what time this is set in. Mississippi Confederacy time. It's about succeeding. So American Civil War time, starring Matthew McConaughey. Lawrence of Arabia, another classic war film, one of the all-time classics. Passchendaele, another war film, 1917. Let me know your favourite, not your favourite war, but your favourite sort of films set on what historical time. Dogs of War with Christopher Walken. I think this is a Vietnam action film. Salvador, which I believe is also Vietnam or something, showing off the tragic side of humanity. And then we got Taxi Driver on Blu-ray, another classic Robert De Niro film, 1960s. Hey, you talking to me? Yeah, this is a classic film. Hey, I'm walking here, of course. Then we have Lawless, another gangster film, 1920 Prohibition America. Lots of well-known people in here: Guy Pearce, Gary Oldman, Tom Hardy, Shia LaBeouf. 28 Weeks Later. I have seen this one. This one was more like, the first one was very sort of low budget style. This one was more like, felt like had more of a budget to it. It's a bit formulaic and stuff, but it's still a decent sort of, you know, infection movie. They're not zombies, they're infected. Then we got The Wedding Video. Don't recognise anyone in this, but I'm guessing it's another Reading rom-com. One Chance. James Corden's in this one. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of James Corden. Then we got the Lauren Hardy very best of Blu Ray Collection. This includes the Blockheads, Our Relation, Pardon Our Sons of the Desert, and Way Out West, remastered on Blu-ray. And then it had 3 shorts, Another Fine Mess, Busybodies, and Toad in a Hole. I do have the Lauren Hardy collection on DVD, which is obviously the best version, one you can get. I think I've seen pretty much all of the Lauren Hardys now. There is a Blu-ray for this as well, which has, I think, about 40 Lauren Hardys on there. I'm not sure if it's an American one or German one. I think it's region 3 though, so I will try and hunt that down. You know, I'd love them to do the Lauren Hardy DVD collection that they did, but on Blu-ray, that would be awesome. What can I say about these, other than one of the best duos of all time? Lauren Hardy films are just so good. You know, the comedy is amazing. You know, there's some musical elements to some of their stuff, but just amazing. And I love Lauren Hardy. You know, from the silent era to obviously the talkies, and then obviously he had some feature-length films. My favourite one is either Great Guns or The Big Bang. Those are probably my 2 favourite. The Aristocats on Blu-ray. I don't really go out of my way to buy Disney films again because Disney Plus. And I think Disney Plus looks amazing when it comes to their movies, for sure. But this is one of my all-time favourite classic Disney films. I'm not a huge cat person, but I love this film. Then we got The Legend of Hercules. This is obviously another version of Hercules. Just so many versions of Hercules, it's unbelievable. War Dogs with Jonah Hill, Miles Teller. Again, 2 people, well, I don't really know about Miles Teller, but Jonah Hill, again, not really big into him, but This looks like it might be a hustling type film. Ted, which I remember enjoying this film. Of course, Seth MacFarlane doing the voice of Ted. Of course, I remember when this came out, you know, it was so big, and you know, Ted was like the shoe thing, merchandise everywhere. People loved it. And then the second one come out, and people just sort of forgot about it. Apparently, the second one was terrible. I don't think I've actually seen the second one. But even Family Guy makes lots of jokes about how bad Ted 2 was, so I think they're very aware that Ted 2 was less than par to how it should have been. But it's, you know, it's basically about you know, it's obviously again Seth MacFarlane doing, you know, some social commentary, you know, saying, do you know what? How about instead of doing a, you know, a family friendly talking, you know, fluffy cuddly animal, let's do a more adult orientated one that swears and drinks and does all the dirty adult things. But I still remember enjoying it back in when I did watch it. Massacre My Life 4, another Vietnam action drama. The Sound of Music, which technically it is a war film, but it isn't. It's set during World War II, I believe. But of course, this is Julie Andrews. Tons of special features on here as well. Another classic musical. I've not seen it myself, but tell us what happens in The Sound of Music. Hamburger Hill, another Vietnam War film. I'm guessing bloody, violent. You know, much as how it was. Hearts of Mind, another action movie, Vietnam. And then we have Internet Enemies. I'm not sure what war this is. 1959 Algeria military platoon. The Battle, which is I'm not sure, Mexican Revolution or something along those lines. The Mexican Battle of Puebla. Casualties of War, Sean Penn, Michael J. Fox. Of course, Michael J. Fox, well known from Back to the Future, of course. Unfortunate what happened to him with his disease that he got. You know, I can't remember the name of it, but the one where he shakes and that. I've seen videos of him, and it is horrible to see, but he doesn't let it get him down. You know, he still tries to live his life, which is good to see. Armadillo, another frontline modern warfare style type film. I have another copy of Casualties of War, so if anyone's interested. Legends of the Kill. I'm guessing this is sort of not really sure when this is set. Double bill with The Long Kill and La Cucaracha. Two westerns, I believe in. A 20 western pack, although to be honest, most of these probably would be on my 200 pack now, so maybe I can get rid of this one. I'll have to double check. Operation Chromite with Liam Neeson and some Korean actors. It's based, I think, during the Korean War. The Thin Red Line, another Pacific, World War II. The Dirty Dozen, another Nazi movie, World War II. Tanks for Stalin, 1940 Russian Moscow secret missions. Ghosts of War, a sort of World War II horror film. Heaven and Earth, another with the clamshell. I'm guessing this is sort of a love film set during the Vietnam War. Attack on Leningrad, another World War II set during the Soviet invasions. Triple pack with The Eastern Front, We Go In at Dawn and Behind the Line. The 39th Battalion, by the looks of it, this is Japan. Fortress of War, another World War II film. Unknown Soldier, another World War II film, Finland. Saving Private Ryan, one of the considered to be one of the best war films. 20 pack with war films. The only one that I've seen on here was Straight Into Darkness, which was pretty bad. And then another one we have 1944, Forced to Fight, D-Day Survivor, and Escape from Warsaw. So a lot of war films here today. Excuse me. I think I'm either coming down with a cold or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% still, so I'm probably going to take it easy today. I'm going to go and watch a bit of wrestling and stuff. And tonight I'm going to watch Moonwalker on Blu-ray. I watched it on DVD last year, so I'm going to check out the Blu-ray transfer and see if it looks any better. I love this film. Again, it's not a film, it is a film, it isn't a film, you know, so I'm looking forward to checking it out tonight. But I'm actually quickly going to put one of these in actually and just check to see if it works, make sure it definitely works. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and of course comment below. Let me know if there's anything here that you guys think I should check out. I'm happy that I finally got the full Dragon Ball collection now, so... And as always, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Mad Tiger, and have a nice day. Take care.